Hello, friends. It's Brooke-Sidney here, your favorite mindset and manifestation coach. And today I wanted to get on and share some of the most powerful ways to reprogram your subconscious, and that's with ASKfirmations. So, if you want to reprogram and rewire your subconscious, faster, if you want to stop just affirming and start asking, your brain is such a problem solving machine. And when you ask it empowering questions, guess what? It goes to look for the answer. And I have five that I believe are really vibration shifting, thought rewiring that can help you change your reality, right? It's not only what we say, it's what we ask ourselves, which prompts us to move and manifest quicker. But before I get into it, I just want to remind you right now there are two ways to work with me: one-on-one coaching and the manifesting frequency. So make sure you check those out. So let's just get into it. I don't want to, hold it back from you. So the first one that I want you to begin using is, why is it so easy for me to manifest what I want? Why is it so easy for me to manifest what I want? Why is it so easy for me to manifest what I want, right? This one activates ease, confidence. It assumes success, right? So we're doing the law of assumption. We're using we're using the question to really activate this like unknown thing of like, hey, we're getting it done. We always manifest what we want. That's really what we're saying. Instead of you saying, I always manifest what I want, I always manifest what I want. And for those of you that may have a hard time believing it, so it feels not real, then go, why is it so easy for me to manifest what I want? Why is it so easy? Right? And then you could even say after, of course it's easy because I'm so aligned. Of course it's easy because I've reprogrammed my mind, right? Let's turn to the second one. Why am I always in the right place at the right time? Why am I always at the right place at the right time? Quick little kind of side note. Me and a girlfriend who we've often considered ourselves soulmates, in that we're always in alignment and we really love the same things. We used to always say that we're never late, we're always on time. So we would arrive to places maybe, late in the kind of physical time world. But in our time, we knew that whenever we got there, it was perfect timing. And seriously, things were just flowing. And I think the reason why it flowed that way and why things and opportunities and money and like manifestations and miracles started happening, we'd meet the right people, is because we believed it. We believed that the right things were going to show up for us. I do the same thing with parking spots, right? You can use this for things big and little. I always find the right parking spot. Why is the right parking spot going to show up for me? Why do I always find the right parking spots? It's the same kind of thing. We're trusting in our divine timing. We are releasing all anxiety and all control. I think that when you start asking these questions in such a positive manner, I think it helps supplant those doubtful questions. I also believe, for me, try it on for you, but I think that it magnetizes all the synchronicities. Like I was giving in the example with my girlfriend, and I was giving the example with the parking. I used to often joke, even say like the parking fairy, right? Because I would have fun with it. I wasn't creating this anxious thing. I was even in New York getting parking spaces. Okay. So, another one that you can even say after it is that everything is unfolding perfectly. Number three, I hope you guys are writing these down or you are saving this video and commenting below which ones you're going to try. So, number three, why am I worthy of love, money, miracles just as I am? To me, feel like the just as I am part is so critical to rewiring some of those self-concept issues that many of us have. So it's like, why am I worthy of love, money, and miracles just as I am? Why am I worthy of love, money, and miracles just as I am? It's activating all that deservingness, all that self-worth, right? We're not sticking with anything that is not motivating and supporting our great self concept. I think it helps us heal our not enoughness and even people pleasing. Really, to me, the key phrase is just as I am. Things are happening and working out for me just as I am. I am manifesting money, miracles, and love just as I am, right? So we're not on this constant hamster wheel of having to be better, right? Having to be better. And you can even say after that, I don't have to earn what's already mine. Now, I will make a caveat and an asterisk here. I'm not giving you any askfirmations or affirmations for you to sit and not take actions. All of these things are going to trigger those divine synchronicities, those things in your environment, those downloads that's going to make you do the right action at the right time. So trust and believe these affirmations, this rewiring, it all still requires your action steps. I'm not one of those that believe that everything just kind of like comes to you without nothing. No, you align yourself, your thoughts, your words, and your actions. Number four, why does money love flowing to me in expected and unexpected ways? Why does money love flowing to me in expected and unexpected ways? I love this one because it is fun. It lifts my spirits. A lot of times we're always thinking, especially those of us that are type A, we have to know exactly the way that money is coming in. We have to know like it's coming in through my job, through my business, through my friends, through my spouse. But what if, just what if, money could come in both expected and unexpected ways? It also, to me, it really opens us up to receiving beyond that logic. Just as I was saying, it really opens us up to being open to possibilities and potential and opportunities. And when we're in alignment with that type of thinking and that type of question, it also helps us to be scanning the environment. I think it attunes us to opportunity. It attunes us to our environment of more and more and more and more, right? It activates that abundance mindset. So you can even say after me, money loves me, right? Money loves me and I'm open to receive. Money loves me and I'm open to receive. And then the last one, which I think, I love this one. I want you to, I'm prefacing it before I say it for you to use whatever higher power feels right and true to you. You could even use your higher self. For me, it's God. But why do I feel so supported by God every day? Why do I feel so supported by God every day? Why do I feel so supported by God every moment, you could even say? Every moment, all the time. Why do I feel so supported by God all the time? To me, this activates what a lot of us need, especially in the moment, especially when the 3D is not working for us. It activates us feeling held and not alone. We are co-creating our reality. I am not a manifest teacher that thinks that we do it all by ourselves and that we are the only God and all of that. No, we are co-creating with God, higher self, whatever word resonates true for you. We are co-creating. We are not alone. Wherever two or more are gathered, manifestations happen, right? Our prayers are being heard. These askfirmations and affirmations to me are a way of speaking to the God that I know, the God that I communicate with, right? To me, this one in particular, it deepens my spiritual connection and it also reduces any fear that I have, right? To me, everything is always working out for me. I think you've heard me use that one before. Why is everything always working out for me? Which is very similar to some of the other things that I've said today. But this one, when I bring God into it, it helps me feel supported. It helps me not get discouraged. It helps me to keep going. It helps me to feel that God is also creating this for me. It helps me to remember that if I have the desire, God placed it there. And you can even say after, I am always supported, seen, and guided. I am always supported, seen, and guided. You are not alone, right? And for those of you that are interested in even a community, jump into the community, jump into the Manifesting Frequency program, or jump into my brand new group that I am formulating on school. So get into it, get into the vibration of those of us that are on this journey, that are continuing to keep developing ourselves, reprogramming our minds, right? And using the tools, now again, not as the answer, but just as a pathway for us to learn more about ourselves and uplevel our mindsets, our thinking about ourselves, our self-concept, and to know that the manifestations are ours, right? The askfirmations are simply a backdoor to our subconscious. They work faster because they're non-threatening, our mind doesn't argue with the question, right? It just starts seeking the answer. And as I was saying before, to me, those questions can overshadow any of those doubting questions that may come up. So I'm encouraging you to use these affirmations or ASKfirmations daily to change your story and shift into the manifesting frequency. So I'd love for you to let me know in the comments below which one you are trying today, which one you are trying this week. And of course, let me know when you're starting to see the evidence of your questions being answered. And for those of you that want custom affirmations or want more help on your manifesting journey, definitely book a 101 or jump into the manifesting frequency. So I will see you in the next video.